The caucus of the African National Congress in Parliament has welcomed the announcement by the Minister of Finance, Enoch Godongwana, to stop the proposed increase in value-added tax, which was scheduled to commence on the 1st of May. And of course, now we are going to speak to economics editor here at SABC, Tshepo Mongoai, about this particular development. A value-added tax will remain at 15%. The Finance Minister, Enoch Godongwana, is expected to effect the amendments necessary to the budget-related bill, proposing to maintain VAT at the current rate. Now, in a statement that was issued by National Treasury at midnight, the decision to forgo the increase follows extensive consultation with political parties and, of course, careful consideration of the recommendations of the parliamentary committees. And we are joined now by SABC News economics editor, Tshepo Mongoai. Tshepo, good morning. So what have those developments been? Are we any clearer as to the terms that have been reached or are likely to be reached in this proposed out-of-court settlement that we are hearing about?
Yeah, no, definitely. I think what is clear is that there is some agreement, given the statement that came out overnight from National Treasury. Although you could tell that there are still a lot of gaps in terms of where to from here, I think politically there is a consensus. But what is going to be the replacement of that VAT, I think that remains a question. And it looks like Treasury, with all the proposals and suggestions that they have been given, they still are not clear in terms of what could be a viable option to raise that 75 billion rand. But I think it's also important to highlight the fact that this is just a postponement of the inevitable. The 75 billion rand must be a permanent feature of our baseline. So whatever that is proposed should be able to be in the baseline for 3 years, 4 years, or even 10 years in order to protect the frontline services. And of course, there are many proposals, Sakina, that government needs to find other ways. But we also know that there are cracks that are showing in terms of the fiscal framework, the expenditure, the money that government doesn't have. And we also know that government's track record to recover money that's owed to it, it's very, very poor in most instances. So the option that perhaps SARS can go out and find the money, I think might be a bit of a challenge. SARS is owed billions of rand, and some of the money will probably never be recovered in the lifetime because of very, very expensive court processes. At times, it costs much, much more. It costs government a lot more to recover money that is owed to it. So whatever option must be able to deliver revenue quickly so that they can deal with some of the process. I mean, there was an example that the Department of Correctional Services doesn't have enough funds to cover salaries. So all the parties probably will have to come together, Sakina, and come up with a solution in terms of where to get this money. And hopefully National Treasury will be a little bit more open with regard to their processes and be more transparent in terms of the real issues in government finances that we are facing, so that whatever solution will have to come up will be a consensus, and the reality is we'll have to pay. Just like e-toll, people are paying it indirectly. It's that is there. So it will be very interesting to see what is going to be the proposal, but I'm sure it will come out very soon.
And then just a quick one, Tshepo, what does this mean for people who have already received notification from whether it be banks or other institutions who have already sent out notification that they've made the adjustment of the 50 basis point increase in VAT? What does that mean for them as well?
Well, the amendment, obviously, it's an amendment of the budget proposal that was tabled in Parliament. It means that there will be those changes, that VAT won't happen, and the private sector will be given time to recalibrate their systems as they were gearing up for the 0.5%, and there will have to be that reversal. And I'm sure there will be a communication, as there was with the notice that they were going to increase VAT. So they will again have to do the same thing and send messages that it will no longer be implemented. The question is, what will happen on the 1st of May? Obviously, we don't expect that to happen. Will they have enough time to reverse that? Are we going to see instances where some companies take a little bit longer and people are charged a little bit more on whatever they are paying on VAT? And with systems, Afikina, it's always very difficult that you may find that some people come forward and say, we've been charged VAT and we're not supposed to be, because the systems might not have been changed on time, or they've changed, but they're just technical issues.
All right. Very interesting. And of course, we'll wait to see how all of this develops further. Thanks so much, SABC News Economics editor Tshepo Mongoai.